Gay students in schools. The debate on how to handle gay students in schools in Kenya has been raging. The outgoing Cabinet Secretary of Education has been forthright on this. While addressing primary school heads, he said, and I quote, "Right now, there are contemporary cases of children who are homosexuals and lesbians. They must go to day schools close to their homes. Your responsibility should be for the greater majority and not a few individuals. Do not allow yourselves to be intimidated by children." End of quote. Let us admit that the debate on the issue of homosexuality is largely driven by emotions that are inspired by stereotypes, prejudices, religious doctrines, and not scientific research. Those who believe they are pure Africans assert that homosexuality is un-African, and therefore it goes against the values on which our African societies are constructed. Gays and those who support them argue that it is within their province to choose the sexual orientation that fits them, and no one has the right to regulate their sexuality. There is, however, scarcity of scientific research that can explain why some members of our society are predisposed to choices that seemingly make majority of the people uncomfortable. Scientists in the United States have demonstrated that there is no single gene that predisposes one to this behavior. It is, however, notable that a few researchers have attempted to explain aspects of this behavior. Professor Hesron Cordero and Professor Bernard Misigo, in their study entitled "Perception of Students on Homosexuality in Secondary Schools in Kenya," published in the International Journal of Current Research, present findings that help us understand the extent of this behavior. Their thesis is premised on the fact that we are all products of nature and nurture. While nature refers to our genetic makeup originating from our parents, nurture refers to our socialization process. They reveal that many students in high schools in Kenya have been socialized into homosexuality. These researchers found out that this behavior is mainly acquired in single-sex boarding schools. Many students interviewed asserted that they learned these mannerisms because they were living in an environment characterized by what they called sexual starvation. The fundamental findings of this research is that children pick up this behavior through the process of socialization. It is the various socialization engines, including the media, that influence children to engage in this behavior. The damage that dirty literature and pornography is doing to children is, to say the least, catastrophic. These findings lend credence to the view that this is largely a learned trait. Very few participants in this study believe that homosexuality is caused by genes inherited from parents or by demons, as some people presuppose. It is notable that some students who engage in homosexuality are bisexual, in the sense that they practice heterosexuality during school holidays. Other researchers sampled and gleaned concur that more than 90% of gay behavior is learned through socialization, and that there is little evidence of genetic predisposition. Once socialized into it, they start by experimenting to satisfy their curiosity, then they get hooked. Some girls with this behavior asserted that they were driven into it by their parents, who prohibited them from building healthy relationships with boys. They said that they were caged at home like prisoners. Once hooked to it, they treated it as a normal, pleasurable sexual activity. And this leads to addiction. Since our society abhors this behavior, it is inevitably driven underground and assumes dangerous proportions. Some homosexual groups submit to cultism. Those who join these cults are bound together by taking part in bizarre oaths that sometimes involve mixing and exchanging of blood. The idea is to bind members from revealing the secrets of the gay society in school or elsewhere. Some of them develop their own language of communication, complete with marks of identification, including tattoos. In a baseline survey of Western Kenya, commissioned by USA, that was the base of the development of Afya Plus Western Kenya Strategic Plan, we found out that gays are scattered all over the region. They are underground groups, though well known to non-government organizations working in the area of reproductive health. Most of them confessed to us that they have learned to enjoy it. This document by Afya Plus is in the open domain. The bottom line from these findings is that this behavior is largely learned, and parents who are uncomfortable with it need to take their parenting roles seriously. The burden is on the parents of these students. But let us not condemn these students, but offer them professional counseling. On that note, we come to the end of today's video. On behalf of my crew, Neka and Pambi, I would like to invite you to share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Bye for now.